Okay, boys, so how are you finding it 1 week in? Has it been what you expected?
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously it's a big step up from the training that we've used to do, but it's been really good. The club's been fantastic with, especially the first year boys easing us in. So it's been a really good week and a bit so far. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, as Jake said, it's been a good week. Been pretty tough compared to what you come from other trainings, but very enjoyable, and the coaching staff all look after you. So I've had a great time here.
Have the coaches eased you guys in, or have you been thrown in the deep end?
We've been eased in, so we do various amounts of drills when they're training and all that sort of stuff, but you know, the fitness staff are fantastic with that sort of stuff. They know their stuff, so we just sort of listen and do whatever they tell us to do.
How are you going with the knee, Jake? Have you been restricted in what you've been able to do so far, or has it been pretty good? No, I haven't been restricted at all. So I've done whatever the first year players are meant to do. So it's been really good in that sort of way, and just probably the only thing I've been eased back into is the contact sort of stuff. So me and Big Harry D, obviously he's coming back from injury as well. So we've just been doing some contact work together, and but as I said before, just listen to whatever the fitness guys say, that they know their stuff, and yeah.
So Jake, by round 1 next year, you're okay?
Yeah.
Even the pre-season games?
I guess it's up to them, but from my behalf, yeah, I think so.
So when we do full training, when can you commit to full training?
I guess just whenever they tell us, I guess. So.
Obviously, first years, Jake's doing full training as he's allowed to do. Like first
yeah.
First year's never come in and do everything.
So your knee's not stopping you doing
my knee's fine.
Jake's doing everything that he needs to do, everything that he's required to do, he's doing.
So I can say you're like rehab-wise, that's...
No, it's done. Yep, done and dusted.
Okay, beautiful. The toughness you've been talked about having, Phil Walsh said he loved your toughness and competitiveness spirit. Where does that come from?
I think it's just natural, me being a competitive person, and I'm really glad that I've come into a club where Phil, you know, he does love that sort of competitive stuff, and yeah, I think where it's come from, it's just natural, and I just don't like getting beaten. I think that's probably the biggest thing.
How competitive are you? Some examples?
Probably just I think the example is probably just how I play my footy. That's probably the biggest example, but yeah, I just don't like getting beaten at all, so that's probably the biggest thing.
Does that stem back to when you were really young?
Yeah, I think it's always been, I've got 2 younger brothers, so I've always got to try and beat them, but you know, it's just been ever since I wanted to play footy, and ever since I sort of saw that goal of myself playing AFL, that's been really where it's come from, and that's when I started being competitive, because I guess if you're not competitive, you don't make it very far. So it's really important nowadays in football.
Is that what you pride yourself on?
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the things anyway.
Is it number one? Is it your number one thing that you strive to be?
Oh, yeah, I guess you could say that. I think you could say that it's probably the number one, but I think there's various things that I can bring to a football club, and now where I'm at Adelaide.
The fighting, Walshy made a point of your amateur boxing when you were younger or something. Can you explain how that unfolded and what level you got to?
Oh, I think people are probably blowing it up a little bit, the boxing and all that. I think it's just something I did as a youngster, and yeah, I guess leave it at that. It's not really much. It's just probably blown up a bit because I said I'm so competitive, and they've probably just it stemmed from that, but it's not much.
Was that to tilt with your football? At what age?
Oh, it was just purely for fitness. Just sort of, I guess when you're 13, 14, you don't really want to do anything else other than football. So I sort of quit cricket and needed something else to keep fit. So I just did boxing, and it was purely for fitness. Then got a little bit more serious, but other than that, it wasn't much.
So how many years did you do that? And when you say got a bit more serious, what did you have? Fights, bouts, or?
So it got serious, I don't know, about 2 or 3 years after I started, and just started doing some sparring and all that. But yeah, as I said before, it wasn't much. I've done it for about 5 years, and obviously I haven't done any more since it started, since I've started here. So yeah, that's about it.
Are you looking forward to getting into a ring here?
I don't think they have one anymore. I think we've we've sold it. So I'm just looking forward to playing footy more than doing anything. So.
What are your boys' expectations for this year? Are you hoping to push for an early debut round 1 or a bit later in the season? What do you think?
Oh, yeah, you definitely hope for that dream to have that early debut in your first year, but just got to see how you go in pre-season, how they push you through it, and hopefully get some good fitness up and stuff, and then work well on the track, and then got to go from there really. But it'd be a dream come true if you started off in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah, same as what Wiggy said. It'd be a dream come true, but I guess the most important thing now is Adelaide's drafted us 2 weeks ago, and we're going to be here for a while. I think playing round 1 is a long shot at the moment, but if it does, come true, it'd be fantastic. But I think both myself and Wiggy, we're just looking forward to the next, 10, 15 years being here and developing as a player.
How are your parents? Pretty happy you remained in Adelaide?
Yeah, Mum was pretty happy that I got to stay at home with her, so I guess that's a very good thing for us. So I know that she wouldn't be too fussed if I went away, but she's very stoked that I'm staying in Adelaide with her.
What's been the biggest difference between doing like an SANFL pre-season last year to really 2 weeks in stepping it up here?
Probably just the amount of trainings you have. You've got to back it up day by day, but with the fitness staff here, as I said, they ease you into it quite well. They don't throw you into the deep end straight up, so they've been very good to us. First season starting in, going from SANFL to this, it's probably definitely a bit harder, but as I said, the coaching staff are very good in easing us into it.
Did you guys do fitness testing on your first day here?
No, we haven't done any testing or so far.
Did you train with the seniors last pre-season?
Yes.
Yeah. And did you have any experience sort of with like a senior football environment, or you come from TAC Cup?
Yeah, I was more TAC Cup.
Yeah.
I think it's a year and a bit ago. So bottom age, under 18s played TAC Cup, but before that, not any big pre-seasons or anything. Played senior football at Romsey when I was about 15, but didn't do a pre-season or anything. So this is a big step up, and but yeah, as we've said, it's the fitness staff are fantastic here, and they've been really good easing us into it and helping us out in that sort of way.
And you skipped your side, didn't you? Like when you were captain a couple of years ago, when you were before you did your knee.
Yeah, so I got the opportunity to captain Vic Metro under 18s. Not last year, the year before. Last year, 2013, for one game. So it was a really good experience. Played with the blokes like Lukey McDonald and all that sort of stuff. It was really good, just the opportunity to get that. It was really good.
I mean, you're obviously now pretty fresh in this environment, but do you sort of hope to be able to utilise your leadership qualities and stuff like that, even though you're a youngster in this environment?
I think it's something definitely I can bring to the club, but I guess any first-year player that comes in, they're just really focused on developing and getting the respect of the different players that are here, and that's really what I'm focused on. I think the leadership will hopefully come in time, and if I can provide leadership to the team during the year, it's a bonus, but if not, it's purely about my development at the moment and earning that respect of the players.
So you're a key defender. Who were your role models growing up?
Role models. I don't know, really. I think I'm just a unique player. I don't really model my game on anyone, so sort of just try and do the things that the coaches ask me, and yeah, that's about it. So no.
Did you feel like, you said you've always long time wanted to be an AFL player? Did you feel like that might have ended when you did your knee, or never got to that?
No, definitely not. I think when I did do my knee, my focus was to get back as soon as possible and in the best shape as possible. And I did everything right what the physio and the medical staff asked me to do. So I don't think it was ever an issue. I'm just happy to be at Adelaide now.
And Daniel Tarl, obviously, he's the mainstay moving forward of the Crows back half. Yep. Would you like to form a long-time partnership with him?
Definitely, that's the aim. Been probably pestering Daniel Taylor a little bit with my questions and all that sort of stuff, but he's really good, perfect mentor and role model to learn off, and he's definitely one that I'd love to learn off. And
he's renowned for ticking every box, so
yeah.
I guess professional-wise you couldn't have a better mentor, could you?
Definitely, he's pretty good with the stuff he sort of does.
And number 6, the old Modra, jump on a few players in between there that have
Yep.
worn it, but is that a little tick for you and appreciate?
Yeah, I was just excited to get a jumper really. So I guess it doesn't really matter what number you're wearing on the back. It's just what matters what's on the front, I guess.
Any hangers?
Pardon?
Wearing number 6, any hangers from you?
I'm not sure about in the back line. That might be a bit risky, but yeah, I don't think so.